Over 10,000 adults were surveyed by the Pew Research Group asking the question, are we living in the end times? Yes, we are. And here's a timeline of 10 things that's going to take place in the next few years. Over 10,000 adults were surveyed by the Pew Research Group asking the question, are we living in the end times? Almost 50% of Christians surveyed said a definite yes. And even 39% of all adults, Christian and non-Christian, said we are living in the times. If you study end time prophecies given in the Bible, everything that has to take place before the world, the way that we know it comes to an end, has already taken place. The final prophecy that had to be fulfilled took place in 1948 when Israel became a nation again. If we study the words of Daniel, the words of Jesus, and the book of Revelation, we will find an exact timeline of the final years of the earth. In the Bible, it's called the Tribulation, and it lasts for 7 years. My name is Stan. I'm not a pastor. I'm nothing like that. I'm actually a business owner. I have a music school. I love my family. I love my kids. And I love the Bible. If the Bible says it, I have chosen to believe it. I believe the Bible is absolutely true. So what does the Bible say about the end times? What's that timeline? Number one, before the world, the way that we know it, before the end comes, the Christians are taken away. 2 Thessalonians 2, 6 through 8. It's known as the rapture, and it's when Jesus takes his followers to heaven. According to Luke 17, 26 through 30, it will be just like the days of Noah and Lot on the day the Son of Man is revealed. Because of these verses, most scholars believe that the end cannot come until the church, that's us, just like Noah, Lot, and their families, were taken away. Number two, the Antichrist is revealed. Revelation 13. If you're a Christian, you will not know the Antichrist. The Antichrist, also known as the Beast, is a world leader empowered by Satan who leads the whole world away from God, bringing war against the saints and eventually setting himself up as God in Jerusalem. Number three, the Antichrist, the Beast, will make a pact with Israel, an agreement with Israel. Daniel chapter 9, 26 through 27. This agreement will include rebuilding the temple in Jerusalem, as well as reestablishing the sacrificial system as described in the Old Testament. Number four, 2 witnesses from heaven appear in Jerusalem. Next, Revelation 11, 3 through 12 says that 2 witnesses will come. They will preach, prophesy, and perform signs and wonders from the public square of the great city of Jerusalem, is what the Bible actually says, for 3.5 years, and no one will be able to harm them. The Bible says that if anyone tries to stop them from preaching, fire will actually come from their mouths. Number 5, the battle of Gog and Magog. Ezekiel 38 and 39. A great army from the north of Israel, in alliance with several other countries from the Middle East and Africa, will attack Israel. Eventually, however, Israel wins because Israel's enemy is defeated by God's supernatural intervention. Number 6, after 42 months, 3.5 years, the Antichrist will kill those 2 witnesses. Revelation 11:7. The Bible actually says that the whole world will rejoice, throwing a party, even allowing the bodies of the prophets to lie in the streets for 3 days. However, after 3 days, just like Jesus, the witnesses will come back to life, the world will see it, and before their eyes they will be taken back to heaven again, just like Jesus. After this, everything's going to change. Number 7, the Antichrist will break his agreement with Israel and set himself up as God. In Matthew 24, 15 through 30, it's called the abomination of desolation. Number 8, the wrath of God is poured out on the earth. Revelation 15 and 16. God uses 7 angels to pour out 7 plagues upon those who took the mark of the beast, or the Antichrist. This mark is something that the Antichrist will demand as a sign of allegiance to himself. The 7 plagues include things like painful sores, water turning into blood, the ocean, the fresh water, the seawater, the sun becoming so hot that it scorches people with fire, darkness, a mighty storm. The Bible says with hail as big as 100 pounds, and finally an earthquake. Imagine a world where there are only disasters, no one can escape, and no one can die. That's called the tribulation. Number 9, the battle of Armageddon. This is when Jesus returns with the armies of heaven. He saves Israel and defeats the armies of the nations fighting under the banner of the Antichrist. The Antichrist and the false prophet, which is his evil partner, are captured and thrown into the lake of fire. Mark 14:62 and Revelation 19 is where that comes from. Number 10, God establishes, it's good news, God establishes an earthly kingdom. Final step, Revelation 24-6. This is the perfect ending. Eventually, evil is defeated, Jesus wins, and perfect fellowship with God and each other is reestablished. This is how the story began in the Garden of Eden, and this is how the story will end. I guarantee it. It's in the Bible, and the Bible's always right. I'll see you guys next time.